Well, good morning. We have a lot we need to get done today. One of those things included is to not burn down the neighborhood. You'll see what I mean.
So it's Saturday and it is a really nice day outside. It's cold. What, 40 degrees maybe?
40 right now, yep.
But the sun is shining. Brandon's been at training all week, so we're finally gonna be able to get some stuff done outside. Yesterday we went to Salt Lake to watch softball and it rained the whole day. It was cold. We were able to get the trailer uncovered. Not that we can go camping anywhere because there's still
Feet of snow.
Lots and lots of snow. But anyway, lots to do today. Brandon's gonna be outside. I'm gonna be inside doing a few things. But I thought it would be fun to ask Brandon a couple questions about our house this morning. So, what is hanging above our couch in the front room?
A tapestry.
Do you like it?
Yeah. It's fine. It's not my style, but it doesn't always have to be my style.
And what's hanging by our front door?
A scripture quote.
Okay.
Or some kind of a religious quote.
Okay. And how about just right around this corner, right here?
Picture of Jesus or his hands. It switches. Sometimes it's Jesus walking on the water and sometimes it's his hands.
Okay. And what's by the back door?
Without looking.
Yeah, without looking.
Little leather pouch that we throw all our junk mail in, hang our keys on and stuff.
We'll see how he did. We'll post what's really where.
4 for 4, baby.
I don't know.
You better be paying attention because I might come up with some questions for you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Well, come along. We're going to have a great day.
All right. So as you can see, we have this ditch bank. It's just full of overgrowth that we need to clean out. I'm going to burn this today in hopes it'll be nice and clean and the water will flow much smoother. Well, we're going to take a break from burning. It rained all day yesterday, so all that grass is still wet. But I think when we get started on making a chicken coop, I'll do that. I'll give the sunshine and the little breeze that's blowing a little bit of time to dry the ditch bank, and then we'll try and burn it again this afternoon, see if it goes any better. So when we built this fence, we had actually purchased a little more product than we needed because we didn't want to run short. We'd rather have extra than run short and have to run back and get more. And it paid off because now I've got plenty of wood to make the girls' chicken coop. So I'm going to make it. We're going to actually put it so it's right here facing this way. And I'll fence off along the cement line here. And this will be all enclosed for them. So during the evening they're in a safe place. And then we'll have a gate. We can let them out and then they can go in the backyard. So that's the plans for now.
The weather outside today is actually pretty cold. So I've just been doing a few things in the house. I have this fiddle fig that needs to be repotted. It's growing out of this and you can see it's kind of grown to the side of the plant. So I found a pot that is going to fit it, but it's just a regular terracotta pot. I don't love the color of those, so I am just sprucing it up a bit. I just put a glove on my hand and I went downstairs. We have a box of mud and I just scooped some out and I came up and just covered it. And then it's just been sitting for a little bit. So I am going to mix just a little bit of some Toll paint to get just a little bit of a green to put in with this. I like this color. Perfect. And I'm just gonna paint it on here. Like, there's no rhyme or reason to it. And then we're gonna let it sit while it dries out. And then I just want a little bit of this brown right here. Same thing, just gonna put it on. Perfect. Now we're just gonna let it sit. And in the meantime, we are going to plant the fig just into this, and then this will go in the pot. Figs really like a lot of good drainage, so I like to plant them in the plastic things. Okay, so got some potting soil outside. I should be doing this outside, but I think it's freezing out there. Brandon and the dogs think it's so nice, but and we're just gonna take the moss off the top. And I've made like a little hole in the center of this. And then we're just gonna pull that out, kind of rough up the roots a little. I think I got too much soil, so we'll dump some of that out. I felt like this needed repotted because it was getting too small. And like I said, some of this had kind of grown off to the side a little bit. I wonder if this pot that I've chosen is even going to be any different in size. Doesn't seem like it. Got that in the middle there. All right. Ta-da! They told me at the nursery that lots of houseplants are mostly tropical plants other places, and so you should put moss on your plants because then when you water them, it makes them a little bit humid for a while and the plants actually like it. Plus, I think it looks adorable, so we'll get some more of that. And then as soon as the plant or the pot is dry, I'll show you what we do next on it.
Well, there's the rough frame so far. Next I'll be putting, if you want to call it a truss, along here. So it'll help support weight, but it'll also have a slope so the snow will slope off and not just sit on it. After winters like this, we have to think about it. It's coming along. It's not too high, so that way I can shovel it off if I need to. And the reason I put the high end towards the coop was it just makes it that much harder for the girls to want to fly over it. So but I'll probably put some screening over this, keep any hawks. With that big tree, we see hawks and eagles in there once in a while. We've even had a mountain lion in that tree a couple times. I'm gonna go get me a sandwich and I'll be back to work.
Okay, so this has been drying. It's still a little bit wet in some of the places that drywall is thick, but that's okay. Just have some sandpaper, and it is messy. It is drywall dust, so you could do this outside if you want to. probably still too wet because it's just gumming up on the sandpaper. Up here won't be though. We can work on it for a second. Anyway, I think I'll set it outside and maybe the wind can dry it a little.
That's what happens when I try and overthink things. I make things too long. But it's better to make them too long than too short, because then I just go cut off the 1.5 inches that I need to cut off. Alright, let's try this again. He's been outside working on this all day. I'm sure he told you, but his plan was to burn the ditch bank, but it's too wet and it's just been too windy. So he decided to get a start on this. I don't think he drew up any plans, maybe just what was in his head. And he's gone to the store one time to buy screws, but everything else he's just had here. So maybe those hinges, I'm not sure, but I'm sure he's telling you guys he's working on it. But I'm super proud of him and think he's doing a great job. It'll be nice to get the chickens out there once it gets warm enough. And these two have been loving being out here all day. Hi, boys. Hi. How's your day going? Good, working hard. Time for another log run. How's your day going?
It's good. It's colder than I thought.
It's not bad when you're working.
It's cold.
Not when you're working.
I'm working.
Not outside.
Well, not outside, but I'm working. Anyways, how's your coop coming?
One screw at a time.
I told them about something that was coming to our house today, and it showed up.
No. What is it? We just left the house.
I know. It showed up right before we left. This is what I told the viewers. I would love to just do it by myself, but I know that you would rather I come and ask for your help. I'm gonna need your help later tonight. When I told him it would take 5 minutes, that was after the 45 minutes it would take to get into the box
and put them together.
Find a screwdriver tiny enough to screw in these little tiny screws. Alright, so I got a phone call as he was just finishing up, so I had to quit filming, but here's the final product. He always does such a good job. He's very OCD about it, so that's awesome that he does it and does such a good job for me. This doesn't do it justice either. Those are actually really big. But they look great, and I'm super happy with them. And I love him for stopping on the chicken coop and taking time to do that for me.
Alright, well, we're going to take a break from the chicken coop and get back to seeing if I can't get the ditch bank to burn. So, we did make some good progress, which is nice. But I need to see if I can get that ditch bank burned. So let's go work on that. Well, there we go. I think we got it started. Just have to make sure I keep it on this side of that fence and not that other.
And I got my pot all finished. I think it looks super good. And I hope the little fiddle leaf fig is happy.
Well, we got the ditch bank all burned. And it looks a lot better. There's still a lot of pine cones in there. But hopefully this will at least let the water flow down here smoother and easier. And I might just have to clean up a little bit more with the rake or something. But I'm glad to have that done. And the chicken coop is not done. I need to go buy a couple sheets of plywood, one for the roof and one for the floor inside the coop, but this is what we've got done so far. It's going to have a door right in this area that they'll be able to walk out, and a ramp that comes down to the cement pad. There'll be some nesting boxes along the back. This is the door that we'll be able to open up. This drops down, and then we'll be able to reach in and get the eggs. Put this back up to keep the fox out of the hen house. Or keep the girls in. Keep Hank and Beau out.
What you doing?
What are you doing, huh? You're good boys. Always out here with me if I'm in the yard. So, anyways, it's been a good day of work. We'll keep working. And once we get that done, I'll put in a couple fence posts there. We'll put a chicken wire across the front. There'll be a gate right there. And then we'll wrap the bottom with chicken wire so they can't get out that way. Put a little net across so there will be more videos of this coming, so make sure you check in to see how the final project turns out. I guess the saying boys will be boys is the same no matter what you are. Human, dog, dinosaur. What you guys doing, wrestling? Huh?